Hey there, welcome. This is Joy Bennett, the producer and host of A Word with Joy. Today, I am just absolutely over the moon, thrilled to have a wonderful local musician, a neighbor. He works out here the first Saturday of every month. He's a great guy. For him to take his time, I'm thrilled. This is DJ Reed and the Greenlees. He started a band and he plays in a farmer's market every month. It's the first Saturday of every month right here in Santa Monica. It's free. Cloverfield and Pico. Anybody is welcome. And there's a great farmer's market there. Happens to be in my neighborhood, so I toddle over there when I have a chance. And great farmer's market, wonderful music, and it's just a great way to start your weekend, really, to tell you the truth. So first Saturday of every month, you go to Cloverfield and Pico in Santa Monica. You can park there. You can see live music for free from 10 to 1. And you can have a wonderful, healthy, and also some beautiful baked goods, too. Farmer's market. It's a wonderful thing to do on a Saturday morning, let me tell you. So, DJ Reed, he is a native Los Angelian. He's been part of the Santa Monica Farmers Market community for over 14 years. He's the band leader of DJ and the Greenlee Band. Make no mistake, there's no F on the end. Greenlee. I'm sure there's a story behind that name. The Greenlees have been playing the first Saturday of the month at Virginia Park, which is the park I mentioned, since 2012. And he says he couldn't be happier to be on my podcast. Thank you, DJ. Thank you. Welcome.
Yippee-yay. Joy, we've been talking about this for a month and a half, and I'm so excited that, it's finally, come down to this moment. I'm very excited to be guest 20, the 20th guest of your esteemed podcast. So I feel...
next time we're going video. So this is my last time I can wear my jammies. And
well, I like...
but I'll
your jammies... I like the unicorns on your jammies, but you're going to have to change for next time, I guess, or not. Who knows?
That's true. I actually have experience doing video recording. I used to have paid for, in part, by the city of San Francisco. I had received a grant from the city of San Francisco to do a public access cable TV show. It's called The Poetry Box. Now, unlike today, I have the tapes, but it's disappeared in the sands of time. I have the tapes, of course, but I had a local cable public access TV show. I was, again, producer, host. I did it all, funder, and it was a lot of fun, but it was video. So I remember those days. It's like, you got to look nice. You got to say good things. It's a little more pressure. And also, since I'm having to now edit and produce the goddamn thing, before I had somebody to help me with that. Well, I can get an intern or pay somebody if I need to, but I'm going to try using the Riverside.fm platform, which is what we're on here now. They also offer video. So I thought, well, why the hell don't you use it and put it on YouTube? I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Part of me is like, oh, please. The other part is like, yes, you can do this. You got to do this. So it'll be fine. But this is last.
I think that sounds fun. Relaxing
one. Yeah, it'll be fine. I mean, it's called practice. That's how you figure stuff out. You do it until it's so easy, it's like falling off a log. How many times do you brush your teeth? A million. The first time you brushed your teeth, it was a challenge. You're sitting there, 2-year-old, saying, what the hell is this?
What about tying your shoes? Who taught you?
Exactly. My sister told me how to tie my shoes. She's 10 years old. She's a teacher. She told me how to do it, and I learned from my older sister. Thanks.
Well,
hi, Robin.
Did you do the rabbit thing?
Yeah, how did you like that? Yeah, she was a good teacher. She is a good teacher, and she went on to be a principal of an Indian school in New Mexico. A principal, got a master's degree, and she was quite amazing career. But that's my sister. Anyway, my sister Robin, we love you. So DJ, how the heck did you start playing music every first Saturday of the month at this particular park and farmers market?
Thank you for asking. I love telling the story. I was having coffee with a friend of mine, Bill Stump. Every Saturday, I'd go swimming at Santa Monica City College. He and I would meet for coffee. And at the time, I have a neighbor. His name's Randall Summers. He plays banjo in DJ and the Greenleaves, and he and I would get together at his place, and we were just sort of starting out, and we were playing some music at his house one afternoon, and he goes, "Gosh, pretty soon we'll be good enough to play at the farmers market."
Yeah.
So it got me thinking. So next Saturday, when I was with Bill Stump, and we were having coffee at Virginia Park, which is where the farmers market is.
Yeah.
I asked, I said, where's the market manager? And a great gentleman named Ted Galvan was the market manager at that point in time. Right now, it's Kim is the market manager now, but Ted was the market manager back then.
Uh-huh.
And I found Ted and I said, I've got a bluegrass band. How does one get to play at the market? And he says, when do you want to do it? And I go, how about 2 weeks? So he said, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Awesome.
That's how easy it was. That's how easy it was. So I went back to Randall and I said, good news, Randall. I've got us a gig at the farmers market. We're going to be there in 2 weeks. And he goes, we only know 6 songs right now, DJ.
But we know them cold.
Well, I go, Randall, it doesn't matter. I go, we'll just play them over and over again. It's the farmer's market. No one stays for more than one song anyway.
That's right.
And, I'm going to say at this point, we probably have over 100 songs in the book, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And people stay, but,
it's great.
6 songs is probably still all we need to know if I was going to be honest with you.
Yeah. That's awesome. And what a way to grow into something. There's a need for them, Now me, I'm a Capricorn. I say, okay, money. You're paying for your own time, but whatever. Let's put that aside.
Well, you talked about that. You and I sort of had a quick conversation about that. And I think there's a couple things that's important to know about the Greenlee Band. The first is that we've been doing it since 2012.
Uh-huh.
And so, 14 years later, what I love about it is just being a part of the Santa Monica community. Gosh, we've seen little kids, sort of grow up to become young adults. I mean, that's sort of the time that we've been there. And what's been nice is everything that goes in the bucket we give away to Neighborhood Youth Association, so NYA.
Amazing.
And it's not a lot week to week or month to month, but it adds up. And at the end of the day, we're very happy to be able to say that everything that goes in the bucket goes to Neighborhood Youth Association. So it's been nice. It's been nice.
Amazing. And it's truly an example of someone who's stepping up and helping their community. I mean, here you saw a need, and it's truly just a great farmer's market in and of itself. You've got nice people there, great food, great baked goods. Great.
Yeah, they've got. Let's just do a little rundown of who's there, right? You've got all your fruit vendors. Yeah. You've got flower vendors.
Organic.
You've got that gal that makes fresh squeezed orange juice.
Oh yeah,
amazing.
They have great food.
You've got a couple of bakeries that are just fantastic. There's I forget the name of the fish vendor, but oh my God, the fish is phenomenal. And it's just nice to be able to walk around and shop and see people and meet a friend for coffee.
Yeah.
How did you?
I live in the neighborhood, so I just bopped over there and figured, farmer's market, I'll go over there. I happened to go one time when you were there, and I thought, and I looked at it and I said, wow, they're here every Saturday. Well, now when I go to that farmer's market, it'll be the first Saturday of the month, and I'll stop and say hi, and it's just great.
Let me say one more thing. I just want to compliment you on your outgoing personality. You're so gregarious, and to just sort of walk up and say, listen, I've got this wonderful podcast and I'd love to have you on. I just want to tip my hat to your inventiveness and outgoing nature. Okay. It's really a delightful trait. So congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate. Well, when your name's Joy, it's like you got to kind of toe the line.
What's your middle name? What's your middle name?
I don't really use. I know they don't call me Grace because you'll see once in a while I'll drop something. 2 nights ago, I dropped a glass. That's no big deal. I dropped it in the dishwasher. I was picking up at 2:00 in the morning shards of glass from my. It's like I always say, they didn't name me Grace.
Nice.
Anyway, well, thank you, and that's particularly noted because the next episode of A Word with Joy will be video. We're going to be on YouTube. We're already on YouTube. All I have to do is search A Word with Joy podcast. You'll find it on YouTube. But right now, it's just a picture of our wonderful guests. Next time, by hook or by crook, it will be a video. So that'll be exciting. Anyway, back to you, DJ. DJ stands for David John. And you basically tell me, how did you get involved with music? Have you been playing all your life? Or I know you said you're also a landscaper. Tell me a little bit about you.
I mean, one of the fun things about us playing at the market is that none of us are professional musicians. It's a beautiful hobby that we have.
I would disagree. You seem very professional.
Well, we've been doing it a long time, but I'm going to say, none of us are professional musicians. It's a beautiful hobby, and to be able to share it with the Santa Monica Farmers Market community has been just fantastic. And so we're a string band essentially. Folk. We all we do is covers. Johnny Cash, Neil Young.
Yeah.
The Grateful Dead.
I love that Neil Young song, Harvest Moon, that you do. I cried. It was so beautiful. And I put a video of that on my website. It was beautiful. Just beautiful.
I love that song. I love that song.
I do too.
So it's myself on guitar and vocals. Peter Mann plays mandolin and sings. He and I have known each other since we were 13. Randall Summers is on banjo or keyboards, depending. He's actually a classical pianist, so we're always dragging him down when he comes and plays the market. We've got Chris Haller on bass. Chris is a professional musician.
I'm not surprised.
And not only does he play bass, but he plays a 7-string bass and actually is able to maneuver it like a piano, where he's playing, a melody and a bass line at the same time. It's incredible. One of the things that I love about sort of playing the market is watching people and how they pay attention to what Chris is doing, because it's so out of the box.
Yeah.
So Chris is on bass. Rick Mayock is a beautiful guitarist. And then there's Dustin Epson, who is our percussionist. So there's 6 of us. We rarely rehearse, and the goal is just to have a lot of fun. And so I think that sort of comes through.
It does, most definitely.
These are some people that are really just enjoying themselves.
Most definitely, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised you said you don't feel you're a professional musician, because when I was watching you, I thought, God, I bet these guys are like studio musicians that are just kicking it out, on the weekend. I could have sworn you were a professional, because it sounds polished, it sounds poised, it sounds stage presence. You can tell. So I would say I would just go ahead and call yourself a professional.
Well, it's gotten better. It's gotten better over the years.
Yeah.
We used to run into the gravel. We used to run into the gravel an awful lot, but at this point in time, it's gotten better over the years. But thank you for your kind words.
Do you ever have guest musicians show up and play, for example, flute or a violin or something, or is it more just the band?
Oh, I'm sorry. Say that again, Joy.
Do you ever have guest musicians show up and jam with you, or is it just the band?
Oh, no, all the time. All the time. Thank you for asking. Zach Lubidin from the Dust Bowl Revival comes up and sings with us. If a friend is in town, we'll have someone come up and do 3 or 4 songs with us. We've got my friend Dan Crowley that we call Dan the Bad Joke Man. He'll come up and do a little 3 or 4 joke set. So cool. That's the fun. So that's part of the fun.
Or a musician or related, and they wanted to have a little guest spot on with your music band on Saturday. How do they go about arranging that?
Oh, I think come on by and see what we're doing and chit chat with me.
So it's on Saturday, first Saturday of the month. This is your opportunity, musicians. Get some live
first Saturday of the month.
Stage time with a working I consider professional band. They sound terrific. This is your opportunity. Hello.
There
So
you go.
try that out. And DJ is the kindest man. He's no ego, no bullshit. This is something he does out of love. And you can tell. You can tell. And let me tell you, there is no difference. I've had professional musicians on this platform. I can't tell the difference between DJ and someone like a Fran Moran. They're both leading with love, leading with heart. You can't be a serious musician without a lot of love. That's
I
just what it is.
know. I know.
Anyway, we got it.
Such a nice.
DJ does have to go in 10 minutes, so I'm under stress here to get this thing off the road. How did the word Greenlee come about? What does that mean?
How did Greenlee come about? First of all, it's a made-up word. You know, we. I think. You know what it was? It was a takeoff on like a lee is a meadow. I'm a landscaper by profession, and a meadow is a lee, so bluegrass is a color and a grass, and so we swapped it to Greenlee, made it up, and now our little sign says DJ and the Greenlees. It says a professional touring band, which is not true. I mean, but we put that there anyway, just because
on the road there.
Well, this is what sort of it is true because we we come from our house to the park, to Virginia Park, and then we go back. So, it depends how you want to define touring, but we say that falls into that category.
That's
and
right.
One of the other things, Joy, is if we weren't at the market, we'd probably be at home doing chores. So us getting out, is just fantastic. All our wives sort of let us get out of the house.
Yeah.
And so Greenlee was sort of just a made up word, and it's just sort of stuck. And actually on our band sign, there's a whole narrative about Greenlee, and we say, oh, it's a little town in Scotland, and we talk all about the word Greenlee, and then it says actually it's just a made up word. So we like to poke fun. We like to poke fun at ourselves. I think
that is cool, and it's good to have that sense of humor, because without a sense of humor, we're pretty much dead in the water.
I agree.
I agree. That just cracks me up. Like, what did I just do? Some stupid thing. I just start laughing.
Yeah.
If you won't laugh, you're going to try. You're going to cry, I'll tell you. But anyway, I'm sorry to say, DJ, also known as David, but I call him DJ, has only another few minutes with us. We are so thrilled to be here. Do you ever play anywhere else, DJ?
We will we'll busk down at the beach just for the heck of it. We'll be down at Santa Monica maybe, but 99% of the time we're at first Saturday of the month at Virginia Park from 10 to 1.
If you have someone in our audience that would like to hire you for a party, a wedding, bat mitzvah,
an event, we've done weddings before, but it's sort of tough to coordinate all the schedules with the band members. So, there's lots of great bands out there that really are much more enthusiastic about playing out and doing other things. So I typically try and just sort of defer or deflect, because again, there's so many great bands out there that are really looking to, do outside events. We feel super fortunate to have had, the relationship with the market that we do. And we feel super fortunate to have people that come by week in, week out to hear us play on Saturday morning. And, that's good.
Yeah.
Don't want to try and change the formula if it's really working.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think you could just go to the next level. You're qualified. The sound is great. And by bluegrass, don't think that's that twangy thing. A lot of people get put off by that word bluegrass. Bluegrass has an incredibly rich, diverse sound. There's Americana bluegrass. There's folksy bluegrass. There's the traditional, Bill Monroe type bluegrass, which I love, but some people get a little put off by that twangy. But I happen to think as we go forward in music, the genres are kind of blending a little bit, if you notice. I mean, look at Beyonce is now a country western star. Can you believe that? And
No.
hats off to Beyonce, of course,
Hey,
for breaking barriers.
whoever would have thought that,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, it's
Whoever
amazing.
would have thought that.
Taylor Swift did it the other way. She started in country and went to pop. And it used to be you'd say, oh, I love both kinds of music, country and Western. Well, that's no longer. There's country, there's folk, there's Americana, there's bluegrass, there's pop, there's rap, there's all these genres, and they're blending, and it's such a wonderful thing. And one of my favorite things is to take, for example, a musician that's Brazilian, and they get into the, those beautiful, beautiful melodies and rhythms, and you have a little bit of French, and you have a little bit of Cajun. Those blends are just out of this world. And I'll tell you, this whole podcast is being pulled over to the musician side. And gosh darn it, I love musicians, but I want to keep it diverse. I want to have writers. I want to have rabbis. I want to have business people. I mean, I literally do love working with musicians because they're so, well, they're entertaining. They're charming. They're musical. But I do want to say, as a podcast in general, we do want to have it. Anybody can be on here. I mean, if I find an exceptional poet, and we have some great guests coming up, that person will be on. So keep in mind, yes, we do some amount of musicians. Thank you. But it won't be all musicians. Not to say there's anything wrong with an all musical podcast. There's not. But for me, I'm a generalist. Johnny Carson, and it's contrary to what many people as podcasters are getting advised right now. They say specialize, specialize, specialize. I say bullshit. You want to do a general, all interest podcast interviewing people that you like, that you think are fantastic, you go ahead and do that. You're the boss. People are saying, oh, you got to specialize to get your niche. Oh, shit. If you have, excuse my language, parents, whatever, if you have high quality and are enthusiastic and produce regularly, you will find an audience. And I'm happy to say, after a good bit of effort, we are finding that audience. There's, instead of 5 people, well, maybe there's 20, maybe there's 100. I don't even care, but I know they're out there. And, I have my email out there. You can email. I never get nasty emails. I never get criticism. I get people like you, TJ, who takes time out of your life to say, oh, I'd like to sit down with this girl. I'd take my day and spend some time. And I thank you. And we got to wrap up here. This is Joy Bennett. Anything else you'd like to add or say or point out?
No, thank you for having me on, for, reaching out that day at the farmer's market. Thank you for being so diligent and professional about, all the upfront sort of, I don't want to say work, but preparation for the podcast today. You're a professional, and I just want to, tip my hat to a woman that is, putting a podcast out there, and I can tell you're enjoying it and having, a ton of fun with it. And that is what a rich, full life looks like. So I'm going to end on that. I'm going to end on that note, Joy, and just say thank you very much. And I'll look forward to seeing you first Saturday of the month.
I will be out there. Market. It's not even 3 blocks from me. So it's perfect.
I know.
But let me give you, for our listeners, list where they can find out more information about you and the Greenlees.
Maybe on Facebook out there, there's a Greenlee
and you have to
Facebook page.
DJ Reed and the Greenlees, not the N at the end. GREENLEA _S. You can find it. Now he does have a website which is not working at the moment for the band. Whatever, but the Facebook has got it, and that's the best way to find out information about him and his band. So,
all right, Joy, thank you so much.
Don't leave. We're not done yet. Okay, so basically, that's for DJ to find out more information about him, to find out more information about me and the website associated with the podcast. It's awordwithjoy.com. It's also on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, which we're very excited to switch to a visual version of the podcast. There'll be video as of the next episode. And we're going to be on YouTube. We're already on YouTube, but you just see the picture of the guest right now. And then we have it on iHeartRadio. We have it on Podbean and the dedicated website for the podcast, of course, awordwithjoy.com. For more information about me, the producer and host, you can go to joybennett.com. My email is on there. Like, share, send a smoke bomb. I don't care. Send me some love, because I'm sending it out to you guys for listening and supporting the podcast that could. And DJ, thank you. I'll be out there on Saturdays if I can. My schedule's a little wonky, but I will try to get out there. Virginia Avenue Park. It's Virginia Park. It's on Pico and Cloverfield in Santa Monica, and it's free from every first Saturday. Now the farmers market does go every Saturday, but the musicians come out the first Saturday of the month, and that is more than worth your time. 10 to 1, free, good parking, and it's just a wonderful. Just the farmers market alone is terrific. Let's see. Really, that's about it. Thank you very much for your time, DJ. And we look forward to, we'll get this up soon. And I very much appreciate the audience that is emerging, which is cool for this podcast and others like it. If you're interested, we are hosted by Riverside.fm. That's our platform. If you're interested in doing a podcast, I highly recommend you look into that. It's maybe $20 a month. You can get it for a song. And you've got great tools there. You've got great training. They'll answer questions. So that is what we're using for a platform. Didn't always. We started at Audacity, which was okay, but it was, you get what you pay for sometimes. Anyway, thank you, DJ. And,
bye, Joy. Thank you so much.
Take
care.
And we'll talk later. Thank you.
Excellent. You take care.
Take care. Over and out.